What is up? My name is Alan, and today we'll be talking about this keyboard right here, which is the Garuda Gear GG68B, a 65% keyboard layout that is pretty budget friendly. So let's first unbox it, re-unbox it. So this is basically the box. On the top right of the box, you can see basically everything about the keyboard. On the back, you can also pause the video here to check the dimensions and whatsoever. Upon opening the box, you're going to see the keyboard itself, but it's still covered. So we're going to go ahead with the instruction manual that we're never really going to use. But again, feel free to pause. Also comes with a key puller / key switch puller and the cable itself. I got the white version, so I got the white version of that. And also a brush. This is if you want to mod the keyboard. Lastly, the 2.4 gigahertz adapter. Here's the keyboard itself. And then, boom, that's how it looks outside of the box. So you've seen it, what comes in the box. Let's now talk about its quality and design. This is the keyboard. It's a 65% keyboard layout, which means it has 68 keys. It's pretty much made out of ABS, everything. The keycaps and the body itself. The keycaps, everything that you expect from an ABS material keycap, nothing special. Sounds not too thocky or doesn't really do good in sound quality, but some people prefer it, some people don't. And they do get shiny over time and they're pretty smooth. So that's what you can expect from an ABS. The ABS body right here, it's not transparent, it's not translucent. It's more of an opaque material wherein you can kind of see, but it's blurred. It's basically a fogged up window. And I did get the ice white version, which means it does look like a frosted glass, unlike the black one. And behind here as well, you do see that we do have four rubber feet, non-adjustable. It is what it is. Whatever angle you get from the mouse, that is what you are gonna get. Now, comes with a 65% layout. Sometimes some things get squished, but luckily for this mouse, you do get the full arrow keys. So that is pretty great, at least for me, because I love my arrow keys. Next thing that I want to talk about is the key switch. Now you've seen as well in the unboxing, the keyboard that I bought isn't bare bones, and it actually came the Automu red switches, which sounds a little something like this. Now those switches from this keyboard itself wasn't the best thing. I just tried it out, tested it out because I am using linear switch as well. But that one feels a little too raspy for me. When you're doing something, it kind of has this semi-sandpaper grip feeling. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not as smooth as the switches that I have installed, which are the Z-Friend linear crystal switches. If that, I'll just put it somewhere in the screen. But yeah, let me do a proper sound test of the keyboard now. And that is pretty much how it sounded. Pretty great, not so thocky, not so light. It's a little bit on the bright side. What I love about a keyboard is of how it works. It just works well. I have no problems with it. The features that it has, such as the triple mode connectivity, such as the Bluetooth, the wired, and of course the 2.4 gigahertz. Whenever I connect to it, I just turn it on. Works extremely well. And by the way, or you have 3 devices to go on. All you got to do is press FN and then which Bluetooth device you want to connect to. Now, if you're using a 2.4, FN 2.4, if you want to use the wired, you just turn off the keyboard itself and plug it in through a wire. Bump. Ta-da. And now it's working on my Windows machine. And that is also how I charge. Now you've seen it. Once again, I always put a USB magnetic puck just so I can easily go and plug it in and out on this single wire with all my other devices. That's great. The battery life, also amazing. Haven't had a single problem with it. Never ran out of battery with it because I just randomly plug it in from time to time. If I'm not doing anything, I just go poof, randomly plug it in, turn it off, and it just works fine. Probably, I'm not gonna lie, it's maybe a 3 to 5 days, even 2 weeks maybe of no battery. On the screen right now is its exact milliamperes or milliamps of battery. Now let me talk about the final words, I guess, like the conclusion, the pros and cons of this keyboard right here. This keyboard is great. I used to use the HyperX Alloy Pro as my first mechanical keyboard. I've tested out multiple different mechanical keyboards from Red Dragons, from Logitech, from my friends, but I didn't daily drive them because I daily drove the HyperX. I switched to the Royal Clutch RK and I switched to this keyboard. Now, of course, I have modded this keyboard, so that's how it sounded. I have added cottons and I think 2 or 3 layers of tape mod, but I didn't really do any other stuff on it. So it's still quite a virgin keyboard, if I must say, but everything is just working fine. The rattle, the stabilizers, it is there. There's a little bit of rattle. It's not consistent enough, especially with the enter key and I think it was the tab or one other key here. But there is some inconsistency with the sound. There's no gasket in here. Told you guys, the price of this keyboard is just 1,700 PHP and you can't really go wrong with it. Now, if you even decide to go for the bare bones kit, it just costs 1,500 Philippine peso, this amount of dollars, and I don't think you can go wrong. It's just one of those keyboards that it exists. There might be a worse keyboard on the price range, and there might be something worse on the price range. No disconnections, no faulty keycaps, faulty switch, easily customizable, easily moddable, change switches, change keycaps. Yeah, that is pretty much it. Now, if you enjoyed this type of video wherein I kind of just run it down very quickly, not so much information that is not usable and not so much effects, not so, just kind of like a raw video, camera pointing at the object and a little sprinkle of how the keyboard or the object that I'm reviewing looks like, then hit that like button in this video, share it with your friends. If you're looking to buy this keyboard, you have any questions, I am available to answer them in the comment section below. Anyway, thanks so much guys for watching. I'll see you guys next video and have a nice day.